Good morning. How is everybody today? Welcome to Dagos Cafe. Good to see and hear from everybody today. Hope everybody's doing great this morning. Uh, and give some people some time to get in here, share this out, get our day started, guys. Make sure you got your coffee, comfortable chair. Come on in and let's conversate. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see what we got going on right now. Hmm. Good morning, Becca. How are you this morning, my dear? Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for being here. One second, hon. I'm just trying to share this out real quick. Okay. There we go. So, how are you this morning, Becca? How was your St. Patty's Day and so on and so forth? Why, good morning, Debs. How are you this morning, my dear? Great to see you here, and thanks for stopping in. Uh, give everybody a chance to get in here, and we'll get started with the day. I always love having coffee with my ladies every morning. All the guys that I typically talk to through here get jealous because I get to do this every morning with all these beautiful ladies. It's kind of an awesome thing. I'm doing okay, Becca. Thanks for asking. Doing okay. No complaints. None at all. Can you guys hear me okay? If you wouldn't mind, share it out for me if you could. I did share it, but it always helps when somebody else does it. All right, okay, we'll give it some time. Let a few more people jump in. And we'll get things rolling. Good, thank you. God, I can't wait to start using this better microphone. Half the time, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Did you guys both have a good St. Patty's Day yesterday? No, we're not worrying about that right now. Let's see what we got going on here. I think it's late enough there. Most everybody that comes in should be awake by now. Does anybody drink any green beer yesterday or have the corned beef and cabbage and all that good stuff? Why, good morning, Flower. How are you today? Good to see you here. Thanks for stopping in.
So what ends up happening?
Oh, Lord. That was loud. Got a couple things I was going to touch on today about the case that I was following, the Summerwells thing, and then some other combo we can have. I'm doing good, Flower. Thanks for asking. Did you have a good St. Patrick's Day, I hope? We did pretty good yesterday here. Of course, my family comes by. My wife is pure Irish, so of course we have to celebrate. I don't drink, but most everybody else does. All my kids do, and my wife, of course. So they was having their drinks, and she makes homemade. Normal, a lot of people do like that corned beef and cabbage with potatoes and stuff like that, but my wife is a huge fan of the Reuben sandwiches, so she makes those homemade. So everybody comes by and they'll have the sandwiches and drink their drink. And yesterday was beautiful, so we were outside almost all day. We had a fire going and just kind of enjoyed each other's company. It was a nice day. It was like 80 degrees here yesterday. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was outside all damn day. As soon as I got up, opened my eyes, got dressed, out the door I went. Loved it. Everybody's got that spring fever going right about now, trying to get outside as much as possible. So yeah, let's see, get a couple people here. I'll give it a little more time yet. I'm doing great. You ran around yesterday, Tuesday. Next week, I'm home and not leaving. Gotcha. I don't blame you. Kid can take himself to school if he passes. There you go. Yep. Yeah, mine's going to be doing his here within a year. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous about my son driving because like I said, he's border, like very, very borderline autistic. He's very high functioning. He can do everything, but he's got chronic ADHD, borderline autism, and with the way his mind works, like I said, his mentality's a lot younger than obviously 15 and a half. But he's pretty good with a lot of things. I don't think he's going to be driving until he's at least 18, though. I'm just not comfortable with that situation yet. So we'll see what happens. Of course, he wants to. He wants to start working. He wants to start doing this. And it's hard to tell him, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I don't want to do that. I don't want him to ever think that he's not like everybody else, I guess you could say. But there's certain things that are limited with him for this, at least for now. He's done very well with his limitations per se, and with his issues that he has. A lot of people don't even realize that he is autistic, and that helps. So Everybody at this morning. Coming in slow. Coming in slow. So did anybody else in here do anything for St. Patty's Day? I was hoping Miss Amy jump in here and talk to her because she lives right in the mix of it. So I'm sure they were celebrating over there yesterday for sure. Absolutely. You can't ask for nothing more than that, Flower. That's the way to be. Good stuff. And my son's GPA is a little lower, but it's not due to, for lack of trying, I should say, with his issues. It's very hard for him to focus on, first of all. So he's on a medication to help him focus. And then second of all, with school, it's more like a retention thing. Like he'll learn something, but he doesn't hold on to it. He's very, very horrible with math. And he could read something right now and he doesn't remember it. Do you know what I mean? As far as the retention goes, it's just not, it doesn't stick. Now, if he does things hands on, of course, it's a little bit better that way. And it kind of retains it better because he's actually physically done it. So, academically, he's not the greatest. He does try, though. I'll give him that much. And we work with him a lot, but we'll figure it out as he gets there. I never want him to feel like he's less than. That's for sure. What do you want? Go lay down. I am busy right now. I don't want to be trying to pay attention to you, mister. Go on. Go lay down. Big flush. I'll cut him. There he is. Uh-oh. You were beat here. Somebody actually beat Strike First into one of my streams. That is a record. Becca was number one today. Sorry, Strike. Sorry, she did it. Guess it's between you and her now. Gotta battle it out. Oh, damn. That sucks, Becca. That's just bullshit. So sad. There's no reason for that. Good morning, Miss Brandy. How are you? Thanks for being here, hon. That's all right, Strike. No problems. No worries. You can't be on top of everything all the time. I'd rather you be clean and smell good rather than being dirty and being number one. You know what I'm saying? No worries at all. Did nothing for St. Patty's Day, huh? God, see, that's like sacrilege in my house because my wife looks forward to this. Like a lot of people look forward to Christmas. I guess again, it's because where they're from, just kind of goes hand in hand. I wish we had a day. The Italian people should have a day, I believe, too. Just doesn't happen. We have a festival here every year in the summer. Come August, it's the Italian American Heritage Festival. And I'll tell you what, they put it down for that shit. I'll tell you that much. Like all the food you can eat, music. They have pageants. There's a lot of street vendors, a lot of, stuff that they sell. Merchandising, shirts and hats. And we have bocce tournaments that I play in. There's authentic, and I mean authentic Italian food and desserts. I love going there for the cannolis every year. They're so fucking amazing. My God, just thinking about it makes my soul ache for them. Damn, Joseph, that sucks. Snow, I can't stand it. I'm so sick of it. Our weather's supposed to be good here for the next week, and I'm praying that we don't get any more snow. I'm beyond sick of it. Where are you at, by the way, Joseph? That's crazy. I thought just about everybody was clear from that, but I guess not, unless you're like in Colorado or something. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome, Becca. That's good to hear when that happens. Unfortunately, because of the situations, that's not good. But I hate hearing that kind of stuff. I really do. Okay, here comes everybody starting to flow in now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you haven't been in chat and you're just sitting back there watching, good morning to you and thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you guys. I did get some more of my. Okay, no problem, Joseph. No issues. I did get some more of my computer put together, guys. I'm almost completely done. There was some stuff I thought I had done that I hadn't done. My friend that's in IT, works in IT, came over yesterday in the morning, and we were going over some stuff and getting some stuff set up. And I have another monitor I got on back order. I can't do much with it until it comes in. Gotcha. Wow, in Kansas it's snowing. It's crazy. But I'm still waiting on getting the funds together to get this hard drive. Once I get this hard drive, I'll be pretty good. And I do need one more stick of RAM. He told me that way I can hold up with my end of things. I got my mic calibrated, tried that out, and I still got to get a better set of speakers because I hate the ones I have. They just don't do the sound right for me. But yeah, once I get the funds together, I'll get that hard drive ordered, put that in. We'll be floating, guys. We will be floating. And I'm putting up for where I'm sitting at, I'm putting in a green screen. That way, when I do video, it'll come in nice and clear. I think I'm going to end up changing my camera out because this one I pulled out that I used to use, it's just not up to par. It's not going to match up with the system that I have as far as quality goes. So eventually, I'm going to change that out too. But yep, I will. Hopefully soon be able to get this hard drive ordered and put in. And it should only, if I can get it ordered, it'll only take a day or so to get here and we'll be good to go. But again, anybody that had donated to that, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that more than you'll ever know. I'm still taking the donations with the Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo to go towards the hard drive to get that in there. And that's streaming at the bottom if nobody had seen it. You don't have to do it, as I'm saying, but it's definitely appreciated, and it's going to help with this to get this going and make it a better situation and a better experience for everybody. So you guys can help me grow. You guys are doing great. Like I can't explain between you guys that come in here today or in the mornings and the ones that come into my evening streams. You guys have changed my whole world around. I love this. I absolutely do love doing this. I've been told by a lot of people that I'm pretty good at it. So why not keep going with it? I just got to make sure the equipment's right to do the right things. So, okay, looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Wait just a few more minutes. Start going into what we're going to do today. Just a few things I was going to touch on about the Summer Wells thing. Nothing deep because nothing really has come up, although some things that are hard to believe considering the situation is what I was going to kind of go over. And then we can just talk about a few other different things. It's another case that I had been following that there's no mystery to it. I mean, there is a slight mystery to it. It's just unbelievable, the situation of it. It just blew my mind when I went over that one. And I'm going to start doing some other stuff too, which is another reason why I needed a bigger hard drive because I need to be able to store files in here. And for those of you that are into it, I thought it would help. You guys could help me with it. I think it'd be a really interesting thing to do. Good morning, Be Happy. Thanks for being here. My number one moderator. So good at what you do. And I hope you had a great day yesterday. I'm so excited to see you. But what I'm looking at doing, guys, once I get this system running, like, to the point that I need it to, is I'm going to start looking at cold case files. Okay. And I have the ability to go into, there's certain programs that I can use, and it gives me basically the cases themselves, and I can start looking at them. Because of my experience with doing stuff like this and the PI stuff and all that, it gives me a little more insight with some of the programming that I have to look at these cold case things and try to solve some of them. Whether we do or we don't, it is what it is, but it doesn't hurt to look at them because they have them made available now for investigative reporting or internet reporting, or investigative internet reporters, I guess you could call them. And I thought that would be something interesting that we could do, going over some of this cold case stuff together, and maybe you guys could help me out with it too. So it would definitely be something different for any of you guys that get bored. During the day, I figured we could spend some time in the mornings doing this stuff, and it never hurts. If we could help somebody one day maybe solve a cold case, or help to solve a cold case that's been sitting cold for 20 years, that's got to make you feel good, knowing that you're a part of that. So, and I found a community that does that. Okay, which is why I was looking at getting into it. It was something I was researching. A friend of mine had told me about, due to my interest in the cases that I deal with now. And they said that, with the way I look at things and pick things apart, I'd be really good at it. And there's a lot of people out there that do this. And there's been 4 or 5 different instances where cold cases have been solved by people like us and me that are doing this here, that have been cold cases for 30, 40 years. They couldn't figure out. And you got other people sitting here tearing it apart, looking at it, picking it, pieces. It's a lot of the investigators that had been on them had retired, and they were shelved, and, they're just not paid attention to, whether it be children or just typical case, normal disappearances, murders, things like that. I just thought that'd be kind of cool. And they've actually been solved, like I said, by people just like me sitting here doing this with you guys. So I'm thinking, what the hell? It can't hurt, it'll keep us busy, and we're doing good for the community. So I don't know, anybody in here think that'd be interesting to try out, or, something you'd want to do? Let me know down there in the chat, and I will definitely go forward with it. That's, like I said, I can download the files to my hard drive there and pick things apart. And that's why I got multiple screens going, so I can separate things and pull things up here and there, and everybody can look at everything I'm looking at. We'll go a few more minutes here, give a few more people some chances to get in here, and then we'll go from there. I appreciate any of you guys that shared this out. If you did, that always helps. I've shared it a couple times, I think, now, so that should be good. Yes, ma'am. Exactly, Happy. Like I said, it'd be nice to be a part of something where, if a case was sitting for 30, 40 years or 20 years or what, even if it's been a couple, 5, 2, 3 years, and we had a part in helping to solve something like that, that's a good feeling. Let alone the fact that, some of these people in some of these cases, they need some closure. It's sad. I've looked at quite a few already, just looking at them, and some of these places, in some of these places where some of these things are going on, it's just like, why has nothing been done? There's a woman, even from my area, there's a woman that went missing from a town that I live close to. I was actually in high school, dated a girl from that town, and I lived there for a while. And she just disappeared one day. And it's been 25 years, and there was no leads. There was very little evidence on anything. They looked at the husband, and there's no way to hold him to it. Any evidence they had was completely circumstantial, and they had nothing. Okay. And he just moved on with his life. I personally think it might be him, because of the different things that popped up with his situation. So She has children that are grown that have children of their own now, and they want to know, where's my mother? What happened to her? Where did she go, and why? The biggest thing is why. Since then, the husband's moved completely the other side of the country and remarried, has new children, and doesn't even think about this woman that disappeared. And she was a good woman. Um, Very nice person. She lived in the girl I was dating's neighborhood. I even had met her at one point in time, long time ago. Like I said, she got up one morning, got her kids off to school. Nobody heard from her since. So, absolutely, Brandy. I mean, I get it. The closest person to that person, you're going to want to look at them. So, I know, Happy. It's really sick too. There's a lot of them. You wouldn't even realize, or even the stats and the statistics of how many people that have committed these crimes are just walking around with us every day. Sometimes you sit next to them in the movie theater, or in a restaurant, or you're standing next to them in the grocery store. It's just really scary sometimes to think about the types of people that are just blended with us every day and living their lives like nothing ever happened. So I just thought it would be interesting. And, like I said, again, we're helping out the community, multiple communities in different areas. So if everybody's into it, I'd be more than happy to have you guys help me out doing that kind of stuff. Plus, you know, in it, not to say it really shouldn't be put in this form, but it's kind of fun to go through and find these things. And there's a certain sort of bit of satisfaction you get when you come up with something and you figured something out that 25, 30 other people haven't been able to figure out over a 30-year span. It shows. Plus, technology's changed. Lots of different things have changed in the past 25 years. So, we have tools now that can help us at our fingertips. It's a whole different scenario. Oh yeah. Yes, Happy. That was an interesting one. You know what, Brandy? I agree with you. There's so many people that have no moral compass, none, and it makes you like wonder. Some people are born this way. Good morning, Heather. Thanks for being here, hon. Some people are just born into this. It's they're children. They live their lives as children, and as they start to grow, something in their mind just doesn't grow like it should, and their lifestyles change, and their moods change, and they start doing things that we don't do, you know, and it just goes from there. And it's so crazy to see it too. The Barbie and Ken killers in Canada. That, yeah, I know. Did anybody ever get to watch that? I don't know if I brought it up to you guys or not, but I thought I did. It was called "Don't Excuse the Language," but "Don't Fuck with Cats" is what it's called, and it's on Netflix. And I'm telling you what, I was enthralled with that. I could not um, walk away from it. Yeah, I had to watch the entire thing, and it's like I think it's a 2 or 3 part like mini thing. Or no, I'm thinking of the other one I was watching. It's just it's almost like a docu movie type scenario. It was really, really interesting to see how this whole thing played out, and at the end of it, you're just like, what, you know? So if you guys get a chance, take a look at that. It's called "Don't Fuck with Cats" on Netflix. It blew my mind, and it begs to the question of what we do here on the internet, because it's based on an internet scenario, okay, and it's just really, really, really different, for sure, for sure. You did see it, Heather. And yes, Brandy Cold Case is a great show. I love that. Um, yeah, that. So you saw. What did you think of it, Heather? I mean, I thought it was just like, wow, the things that he went through, and it's creepy as shit too. Why, good morning, my queen. How are you? How are you feeling, dear? I hope your issue's getting a little better for you. Oh, it was super unsettling. I mean, just what it started with, you know? And I mean, I don't want to give any of it away to anybody that hasn't seen it, but there, it just is not what I expected. And then, like I said, I think that something could have been done early on to prevent some of what happened, but you know, it is what it is. Time to wash the car. Gotta keep it clean. It's a good day for it too. Although here, I think it's supposed to rain tonight, so it is what it is. Yeah, and the whole thing too, Heather. As I'm watching it, I'm like, this all took place via the internet, like doing some of the shit that we do, and it makes you wonder, like some of the stuff that we go through on online here, and you know, with YouTube and all that, just like who's on the other side of this screen and what's going on, you know, what's really in these people's heads and what their objective is out here doing this and stuff like that. And it shows why there's so much paranoia with this, because you really can't trust a lot, you know, until you get to know somebody. You know, somebody like Morticia, for instance, she pops up in you know, when we first met on here, and it was like, okay. I mean, I had been watching her for years on here before I even started doing this, and then we got closer, you know, and became friends, and you know, we're very close now. She's like a sister to me now. So, but you don't know some of these other people that, you know, somebody starts talking to you and you get close to them, and then this and that, and you come to find out that they're crazy people out there that live a completely different life than what they're telling you and stuff like that. Not to saying that that's you, Morty, but you know, it's just, you don't know sometimes. You know, that's why we do the things we do for trust on here, and just hope and pray that it's what you think it is. You know, it's gotten better over the years, excuse me, because of things that we do to protect ourselves, but still, you just never know. I like it too, Morticia. I actually love the rain. I love listening to it. It helps me sleep when it's like at night, and I love spring thunderstorms. I absolutely do. But right now, I'd prefer to have the sunshine like yesterday and the warmth, just because of what winter did to me. You know, every winter we get depressed. We get down, cramped in the house. We can't do much of anything. And the way it's been with COVID makes it 10 times worse. So, you know, give me some sunshine and some warm weather for a while, and then we can go with the rain. Last I think it was last spring, I had enough rain. It rained every day, literally every day, whether it was a lot or a little, for like 2 months straight here in Ohio. It was crazy. You know, you, even if the sun was shining, you'd get up and you're getting your coffee ready, because I like to go outside in the mornings when it's warm enough, and you're sitting outside with your coffee and enjoying, listening to the birds, and then just enjoying the air and the sunshine and all that. And it's a good way to start your day. Well, you know, when it's raining outside, it kind of dampens everything. Absolutely, Heather. You definitely have to be aware. Free wash since I could use the self-serve because there was no soap. So frustrating. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, you can do that at home. Just you don't need to take it to a car wash. Just spray it with a damn hose. You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of mute point, I guess you could say. So looks like I got some peeps in here now. Yeah, there was nothing, like I said, big with this case. It was just some more things that Candace has been doing, just telling of the person that she is, and the fact that I feel that she doesn't care that her daughter's gone. Okay. Like we had said before, and Amy really put it to the point, excuse me. Sorry, guys, that if you have a child that's missing, you're not thinking about living your life, let alone changing your clothes, brushing your teeth, just the daily things that you just get up and do on a regular basis. Like Amy said, she wouldn't even have changed her clothes or brushed her teeth. Remember to do those kinds of things. And you have people like these parents that are live streaming and joking and playing, playing around with people and drinking and partying and doing this and doing that. And it's the last thing on their mind. Doesn't make any sense. A child is a child, and you have a love for your child that nobody can ever explain. And this woman just doesn't seem to have it. The father's in jail, and you can't say much right now because of that. But the mother is out in the public eye, and she's going on these damn live streams, and she's just living up her life, having fun, drinking, being just, it just blows my mind. So I was going to touch on a little bit of that just to show some points to prove the person that she is. Welcome, PvP. Thanks for being here. So I had come upon some video of one of Candace's live streams recent, a day or two ago, and Benny Keys, who is another investigative reporter via the internet, had gotten close to the Wells, Dawn and Candace Wells both, and kind of has taken their side as far as the blame game. And, definitely does not believe in his mind that they had anything to do with it, and has supported them through the whole thing. Has actually traveled to Tennessee, stayed with the couple, with the family, and, has tried to help them in his ways. I mean, he's a little, I don't know if anybody's seen anything that Benny Keys has ever done. I think his YouTube name, he goes by Benny Blood Money Keys. And I think that blood money thing has come off since he started doing the Summer Wells stuff. But he does live streaming. He's a little unorthodox as far as the way he talks and acts and the things that he does. But it in the end, he keeps saying that his end goal is to find Summer. It's all about Summer, and that's what it is for any of us that are doing what we've done with her and with her case. And yeah. In a sense, yeah, he is kind of skeezy happy. Like I said, he does things very unorthodox. Like he's very, I guess you could say, quote unquote, ghetto, but he has his ways of getting what he needs to get done. He's got a mouth on him, that's for sure. But like I said, he's very close to the family, and some people have even rumored that he knows more than what he lets on to know, that, because he's gotten so close to them that he may have come up with the answers that we've all been asking about the parents and what they know. Yeah, the the Ernie thing is in a whole interesting other situation. He is loud, he's obnoxious, he's out there, like I said, very unorthodox, but he's getting some stuff done. Everybody does things their own way. And that's all you can do. So, he knows, he does. I guess you could say, I don't have anything against Benny personally, but I wouldn't do things the way he does them, and that's me. But that's him. You do things how you know how to do things. Benny was raised in a different atmosphere than I was, and went through some things that I didn't go through, and had to live his life a certain way. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how he handles things, I think. So at that point, you just have to say it is what it is. Right. And here's another thing too, Flower. And I was talking to somebody else about this that is close with the case. And we both agree, me and this other person, that Benny may be doing this the way that he is. And I hate to say it like this because a lot of people have ulterior motives when they do things. Okay. There's a pretty good sized and I hate to say this, I really do about any, and I'm not saying that this is true, but it's been brought to my attention. And once I looked at it, the situation, it's like, yeah, I could see that. There's a pretty sizable reward for information that leads to finding Summer and the people or person that did whatever they did with the situation. So, somebody said to me, what if he's just getting close to them and sticking with them to get some information to be able to bring out what happened with Summer and to, you know, help to solve the case to get the reward money. And I said, well, I mean, I could see that. He's not a Rick. None of us have a lot of money, obviously, or I wouldn't be streaming down there for donations. But just as he does, and a lot of these other people that do this do. And that, like I said, it's a pretty sizable amount. I think it's like 700 and some odd thousand now, is what I was told. I haven't really looked into it to see, but I think that's what it is. So, that being said, that's a lot of money to go from having nothing to that would be helpful. There are stipulations on it that it has to, any information that you give has to lead to the, first of all, finding her and the person's responsible for anything happening to her being arrested and convicted. Then you get that. So, that helps. And right, happy, or yeah, exactly. He's living in his mother's garage right now. So there's a good reason to get that money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, why is he having her up a lot? She needs to focus on her kid missing and the one stay. Yeah, absolutely, Flower. I agree with you. I wouldn't be that way. He is, or I wouldn't be the way he is. He does what he's. Yeah, that's like I'm saying. He does things the way he knows how to do things. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't do it that way, but he does what he does, and it seems to work for him. So so be it. What's up, Travis? I'm doing good. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother. Sorry that didn't come out clear. Yeah, he says he's on disability. I don't know what it is. I know he was in prison at one point in time for whatever, and I don't know his personal info. I've not really dug into it to look. I just have watched his streaming a few times, and when he's talking about her in the case, and I've watched some things that he's gone round and round with the Heels on the Ground group, which was Molly Golightly and Bullhorn Betty, and I think it's Jonathan Ritchie, and there's another girl that's involved in it too. And he kind of went head to head with them when they went down to Tennessee. He was already there. Kind of challenged Molly face to face, threatened to do this, that, and a lot of people don't care for her. There's a lot of people that do. I mean, I follow her. I've talked with her a couple times. And I think she's got her mind in the right place. She's done some things probably the wrong way too, in my opinion. That's my opinion. But, she's done some good things too. So you have to look at it both ways. Oh my God. I know, Flower. I was watching him one time, a stream of his, and my son, the 15-year-old, was in our den, it's in the other part of the house, but you could still hear the TV going. And my son's laughing in the other room, and I'm like, what's going on back there, bud? What are you doing? He's like, why does he keep saying that? And Benny smokes a lot of weed. Okay. So he's obviously in a different state of mind with a lot of things. And he just gets going on these rants, and everything he says, he'll looking ass this and looking ass that. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean? Excuse the phrasing, but what is that? It's got to be some new age slang, I'm guessing, because I've never heard that before even hearing him. And he's, he'll start laughing about this because he makes fun of quite a few other people with what they do. He's made fun of Molly and a few other people, and he'll just throw that, you no ass, big titty, no ass, looking ass, having this and that, blah blah blah. So I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Coffee drinking, looking ass, sideways hat wearing looking ass. And it's like, what the shit does that even mean? But okay. And like my son was losing his mind with everything he was saying. So for the rest of the damn day, every time my son would say something, he didn't say ass, but he's like looking butt, looking this and that, looking butt, looking. I'm like, okay, enough. It's done. It's over. We're good. No more. Let it go. Weed is beautiful. Don't down the green. Oh no, I'm not downing it, hon. Or yeah, not at all. Believe me, I'm not doing it. I don't do it personally because I don't like the. I used to when I was younger a lot, but I don't like the feeling of not having full control over what I'm doing with myself. It causes. I think it's probably the paranoia that some people get. I don't like it. I don't like the downer feeling. I like to be as energized as I can because I'm already down as it is. Um, and then my other problem is when I used to do it, I wanted to eat everything or anybody that was in front of me. I would just get like ridiculous munchies with it. So I just, not my thing, but I don't down anybody that does it by any means whatsoever. Please don't ever think that because it helps with a lot of things, a lot of people. I give my dog the CBD. I know it's not the same thing as weed, but it's in that family. Yeah, and I give my dog the CBD tincture drops because it prevents his seizures and it keeps him calm. So there's a lot of good things that come from it. I promise you that. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Flower. There's a lot of I know a few people that are either taking the gummies or there's a few other things that they get edible wise, and it helps with their pain, their back pain, their arthritis. I have watched quite a few documentaries, and I believe that it really does help because it does help my dog too with the seizures. It does a lot for a lot of different medical issues, and I'll say that much. Which again goes back to me believing that God gave us these things when this we sorry about that, stuttering my brains out today, when we were created with everything around us. It's a natural thing, so it's here for a reason. Yeah, exactly. Pain, anxiety, depression. It does a lot for quite a few people I know that have anxiety issues. Vaping, yeah, and there's different ways you can do it. My my aunt actually has like very very chronic neck problems that she's had multiple surgeries for, and she's been put in that halo for different issues, because of her neck. And she started doing like it's not, I guess it is vaping it, but not like you guys would vape. But it's almost like a hooded humidifier that fogs you, and you put your head inside this thing. It's almost like a towel type scenario, and you just breathe it in that way because that's the only way she can do it. And it's medical. There's a prescription for it whenever she gets it. There's a whole, she had to go to a medical supply place to get this vaporizer thing, and it's done wonders for her. At one point, she was so bad off, she was on her couch. That's where she lived. And now she can get up and move and go do things and be normal per se because of this stuff. So, like I said, I will never, ever, ever down it. It's just not my thing. So that's all. There it is. She's baking. Oh, okay. Is that what it's called? I guess. I don't know. Like I said, it's like a hooded vaporizer, and she can just like kind of put her head in there and inhale the vape. Like they're the fumes, vapors. There you go. That comes up, and she'll do that a few different times after she gets it going, and she's good, literally for like almost the entire day. So yeah, it's interesting. It works. That's for damn sure. Works. Definitely works. So, all right, I think we got enough peeps in here. So, like I said, there's this live stream that was done. Um, I think it was Candace. There it was, Candace and Benny, and it was in regards to referring to Candace's drinking, and um, they got together on the call. Sorry, I'm distracted. I think somebody pulled in my driveway, but and I wanted to pull up the audio for you guys to hear them conversating. And give me 1 second. I think somebody just pulled in, so I'll be right back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. It was my son stopping in. My granddaughter's here. She's still sleeping, so he was checking drop off stuff for her. But anyways, offered to pay for Candace to go to rehab. Yeah, yeah, and I didn't even realize it was that big of a problem until I noticed it every time, and it obviously, she's using Summer being missing as an excuse to do it. So yeah, it was about that. So let me pull this up here, guys, and let you hear a little bit of the audio, and you can give your opinion on it. Let's see. Let me get it set up. Give me a second. Please talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be right there. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I'm having problems with this track for some reason. It's popping up. Just give me a moment here. I don't want to keep it so quiet though. Yeah. Okay. This is one of. Here we go. This one is Benny seeing how she's doing, and again, you can hear in her voice she's on something, whether it be what's up, Pookie, how you doing? Sorry, bro, I was looking for something. But yeah, this track is you can hear that she's either drinking or on something, or I always think it's a combo of things. So
more angry, you know what I mean? And
let me get it up here.
Construction on their house, and I have a video of them
And
doing the construction on the house.
let's see.
Just a sec, I have so much.
It just does not want to load up like it's supposed to. I got it going. How you doing today, Pookie? What's new? What's going on? What's good? What's bad? All right, here we go. Listen up, guys. If you can hear it, I apologize.
So he asked her if she talked to Dawn, and I'm going to reiterate this from the first conversation. He called collect, and she can't accept collect calls. I don't know, maybe it's very expensive. I know that if I was to accept a collect call, especially on my cell phone, holy moly, it would be really expensive. So, like she had said in the other live, she needs to get some money in the commissary. So, she's got to try and find some money to be able to send it to him, right? I don't know if the donations, if there was any donations, the only one I saw was $45. I saw one donation to Dawn's commissary for $45, and that was at the beginning when somebody
she doesn't seem to care that he's in jail either. That's another thing.
They showed a receipt of only $45. It's not very much money if there was $15 a call, and I don't know how much the calls are. And I don't want you to think that I have been ignoring your comments. Are you a Mr. or Mrs. Hayes in regards to
moving on, ma'am.
information in regards to lifting the suspects? I've been watching the chat, and I really appreciate the feedback here. It's still a little bit complicated for me to understand, but yes, a lot of people take statements out of context. They really do. And it's a lot of times listening problems, I find. You're thinking while someone's talking, so you miss the whole beat. I believe that I have pretty good listening skills and interpretation and breakdown, because that's my life, is listening to people and holding them accountability.
This Heather is a lady that, all right, Pookie, no problem. Thanks, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Have a good day at work, bro. This lady was a lady that did the commentary on the interview, and I'm trying, like I said, this was another clip. The other one would not work. I don't know what happened, if the file got damaged when it was downloaded or whatnot, but so I tried to pull this one back up, and she just blabs on, and I'm trying to get to the point where they're talking, so I apologize for that.
And trying to
just give me a moment.
Figure out and searched around the mind through trust.
Okay.
As I say, I give you all the trust. It's up to you.
All right.
To keep it.
Moving on.
And I said, really, is there a God? Or male or anything? Hold on a second.
Jesus. You're talking over the whole.
So, I'm so sorry. I know you said, did you lose a family member too?
You know what?
Just recently? Or is it just illness? What What illness do you have? Do you want to share it?
Jesus, come on.
It is a good age. 50's amazing.
Oh, guys.
Better watch out. Those are good things
sorry.
to do. Yep. Heaven's a catch.
Where's it at? Where is it at? Give me a second. I'm going to pull a different one because this is not what I wanted. And I am so sorry. Like I said, this is another reason why I've moved on to this other system I'm trying to get together, because I can do way more different things, better things, I guess you could say, than having to do it this way. Okay. Let's see here. I did have another one that I had downloaded. This might be the one. Give me a second if this is a better version of it. Let me see. Please bear with me. What's up, Take Back? I'm just been going over the Summer Wells case still. I haven't moved anything new yet. I was telling them this morning, though, that once I get my system finished, the one that I'm putting together to do, that I can do better things with, that I plan on doing. I want to start doing something new, of going over cold cases that have been put on the shelf, basically, and working on doing stuff with those, with the people in the community here in the chat, to work on looking at them and maybe possibly helping to solve them. And it's something that I had been looking into with some other people, and it has been done quite a bit. And everybody in the chat had said, it seemed like it'd be something that'd be interesting. So that's something I am going to be trying out here pretty soon. So, oh yeah, that's like exactly what OBS. Once I get my system done, that's what I'm going to be doing, is going with OBS. It's going to be way better. Lots of different things that I can use. That I can't use with the laptop that I'm in right now. So that's where I'm going to be going with it. Like I said, the way I'm doing everything now is kind of generic, and I don't like it, but I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I will be eventually jumping in to this new system. Like I said, I'm running my ticker at the bottom for donations to try to get together the money to put a new hard drive in. That's all. I've built this little computer that I have piece for piece, and I'm just got to get the hard drive for it now, and I'm done with it. And I'll be able to do that. I'm going to be uploading or downloading OBS and running that. So, okay, guys, I'm sorry. That clip is not working. So let's try this one. Let's see if this is the other one now. This is a problem I'm having, but that's what's going on, though. Take Back. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up working on this case too. But I'm gonna start getting into doing cold cases and picking those apart with everybody and seeing what we can come up with on it. I think it'd be an interesting thing to do. So. As you see, but these are not working the way they're supposed to. I can't. They must have been corrupted when they were downloaded when I did this. So that's what I think the problem is. I'll get it though. So what have you been up to besides that? Elaine Park's case, yeah. There's a few of them I've actually looked at, dude. And there's some definitely some interesting ones to look at. What have you been up to? How's things been going for you? Yeah, I just can't get over the fact that this woman, her child's missing, and all she seems to care about is drinking and being fucked up and getting on live streams and making jokes and laughing and having a good old time, and her child's just nowhere to be found. And another reason why I think she's got something to do with it. So, my theory, I I've gone over with everybody in here once or twice already, and it's definitely the parents. So cool. Sounds good. Good to know. Adventures with Purpose channel. Oh yeah, yeah. I've looked at that actually. Travis is pretty good. Um, Pretty good. Maybe not, guys. It's like every one of these files has been corrupted for some damn reason. It's this stupid ass computer. I'm telling you, this laptop is garbage. Is this the one? Yeah, I played that for you where she says, I won't drink again and I won't do anything too. Yeah, this one I played for you guys before, and she's doing it as she's saying it, I'm not having a drink on my dinner. Oh, hell no. Yeah, interesting. I won't drink or do anything against them again, she says. What do you mean again? What have you done already? Is what I'm saying. It's it blows my mind. Yeah, the one live stream she did. She's just completely out of it, and it looks to me like it's more than alcohol too. So, and I'm waiting. That's why I try to catch these live streams because I'm telling you guys, she's gonna say the wrong thing once, and that's gonna be it completely. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm on a computer. I've been doing my live streams from the laptop. Like I said, I've been putting my other system together, my desktop system, um, with the CPU. I got two monitors, everything. I got everything else together. I'm just trying to get this hard drive put in so that I can do the right thing with it and have the good equipment to do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm working on doing right now. Um, but my laptop, for some reason, it's so old it doesn't let me do that kind of shit. That's why I'm trying to change everything up. No problem, Happy. I'll be here. But yeah, once I get this other system, which I'm almost there, I just got to get this hard drive in and put up. And I'm planning on sharing screens. That's what I was telling them before. Sharing screens, and that way everybody can watch everything with it. Because all I've really been able to do now is share audio interviews and stuff like that. It's been real generic, and I don't like it. So once this is up, I can share screens. I have, like I said, I have multiple monitors, so I'll be able to move things around. And I have, set up so I can mirror and all this stuff like that. It'll be great. This laptop will not let me. It doesn't. I don't know what it is, but mostly I think it's because it's so old and it's just been beat to shit up. It's been used for a lot of shit. So what I'm going to do is I'll be able to pull up interviews and they can watch what I'm watching and move things over here to do this with and do that with. So yeah, that's exactly the plan. And I feel bad that I've had to do this generically like this. I don't like it, but it's how I had started it. You know what I mean? But very, very soon here, it'll be way better. That's a damn promise. Um, and I'll be able to do video for me too. So, which it makes it a little more personal, I think, when you're able to physically talk to somebody and they can see your face. That's just me. You know, not everybody's like that, but that's just me. Especially doing stuff like this, at least. Um, give me 1 second, guys. I got to run to the bathroom. I'm sorry about that. Too much coffee this morning. Be right back. Talks amongst yourselves, please. All right, guys. I am so sorry. Anyway, um, this has been a shitty stream, and I do apologize. I promise you, this is going to change soon. Like Take Back is saying, I would much rather be able to pull things up on screen, have you guys watch the videos with me and everything, and that's what I'm working towards. I tried doing it with the laptop, it just wasn't working. And anytime I download a file to this, recently it's been all corrected. They're not working right. So the faster I get this stupid hard drive in here, the better off this experience will be. And I can continue doing it the right way rather than the way you guys have been having to do it. So since I cannot get these videos to work, even just for the audio, it's kind of it's really irritating. It makes me mad. Oh.
I don't like it. I mean, they were like my best friend.
Yeah, this is another video.
I mean,
this was a live stream that Candace just did.
She doesn't blurt that out if she is
This one's working, so I'll give you guys the audio on this.
she'll talk about whatever.
But again, it's proof that she is drinking and drunk quite often. So
let me know what you guys think about that. And just leave your comments below. You can talk about this more later. And so here is the video.
Here we go.
I'm hoping everyone is doing okay tonight. My phone's going crazy.
Now, mind you, it's very, very hard to understand her. She always sounds like she's got rocks in her damn mouth when she talks, okay? And take that and then add alcohol to it or whatever the hell else she's on. What I'm playing is for so you guys can hear her, first of all, the way she sounds. Second of all, the things that she's saying, pay attention to that if you can understand her. And let me know if you can hear it, if it's loud enough or whatnot. I mean, again, I can't fix her speaking, but if you can hear it, that's the important part of it. So here we go.
I don't know what's going on with my phone tonight. But I'm just, nothing, should no means to anybody tonight. I love y'all. I hope everybody's doing okay. My friends, my dear friends, and they're hitting me up. It's okay tonight. I'm so glad to have y'all over here tonight. And, I'm gonna go over to the chat.
Travis, this is Candace Wells. I'm sorry, I thought I had said that. Doing one of her live streams. Obviously intoxicated and or on something else. And she's very hard to understand, like I said, because the way she talks, it's like she's got rocks in her mouth. And I don't know if it's because her tongue's too big for her mouth or what it is, but if you take that and then you add the alcohol to it, it makes it worse. And there are some things that she says that makes me wonder. I'm waiting to hear. That's why I've been following these live streams. I have a feeling she's going to either be too drunk one time and she's going to slip up and say something, and it's going to say, hey, okay, this is what actually happened. This is what's going on. And that's what I'm praying for. But thus far, she's been fairly careful. But there's some things she says that if you guys listen to it, if you can understand her, that you're like, wait a minute, what did she just say? And, it makes you think like, okay, some of the stuff that we had talked about in the past about what she actually, first of all, the type of person she is. Because I'm telling you guys, she's a darker person than what she shows to be. Obviously, she's not very intelligent, but this makes it worse. Okay, so if you hear it clearly, or as clear, this is as clear as I can get it, guys, because again, it's all jumbled when she talks, unfortunately. So, is she kin to the same? Yeah, this is her mother, Travis. Candace Wells is the mother to Summer. I apologize. I thought I had explained that. Again, my apologies. Um, so, yeah, this is Candace Wells doing her live stream. This was just a couple days back. No, this one's 2 days now. But yeah, and she's talking about her friends and her family, and then there's some things she says in regards to Summer that's why I wanted you guys to hear it and see if you guys pick up on it like I did. Yeah, she is really messed up, and that's the whole point right there, Flower. So here we go.
And find out what's going on tonight. I mean, freaking, I need a piece of work. It's a piece of work. Oh yeah, I'm okay, Jade. Jade, thanks for asking if I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just trying to. Ocean lover. Oh, thank you, baby. I'm okay tonight. I'm just kind of upset. I mean, my friends were kind of downgraded tonight. And I don't like it. I mean, they were like my best friends. And I can't believe they were treated like they were. It's really disrespectful and downgraded. And I don't like it. And I love them to death. Yeah, I'm always thinking of Summer and her brothers. Because Summer and the boys are the love of my life. I would never trade anything for them. I can't do anything but love them. I mean, everybody expects me no, I'm not having a drink on my dinner. Oh, hell no. I won't drink again. Because them boys and my Summer is the love of my life. I will never drink or do anything against them ever again.
There it is again.
I mean, I don't know, man. All the YouTubers, they want to hate each other and be against each other, and I'm just not for it.
No worries, Travis. That's my fault, not yours. I usually try to explain everything in detail before I go into it with this, but I had some problems with the actual files when I was bringing them up. So yeah, I apologize. And she says this is the second time she's done this. I played this beginning of the week, a different stream she did, and she said the same exact damn thing, and she was in the same mode. I think it was Monday or Tuesday I did it, and it's the same conversation. It's like on replay from in her mind or something like that, and she's just as toasted, if you want to put it that way, as she was then. And she just keeps saying this again, ever again. I will never ever do anything with my and people are asking her, I think, in her chat if she's drinking, if she drinks with her dinner. And she's like, oh hell no, if you can understand it. But she's obviously drinking because the way she's talking. And Flower says, if she loves her children so much, why is she messed up and not focusing on her children, getting her sons back? Exactly. That's my point, Flower. I don't get it. I don't understand. If this was me, the last thing I'd be doing is thinking about drinking because I would want my mind to be 100% about what I'm doing. You know, that's all I'd be thinking about is my child. And that seems to be the last thing she's thinking about. So get back to it.
Yeah. I've worked as much as I could work. There's a lot of work going on, though. Hugs and prayers to y'all, too. I'm trying to stay strong as much as I can. I love y'all, and I have a best friend that...
And I wish, this is why I wanted to be able to put the video on screen for you guys to see this. If you could see her face while she's talking, I mean, she doesn't even look like she's there. Her eyes are going two different directions. She's just kind of like, you know, like off in another land while she's rambling. And it's disgusting.
She's so great, and I love her so much. I mean, I don't know what to say, but I love my people the same, man. Much love to everybody. And I hope everyone has a good night and a wonderful weekend. Much love to y'all.
The strange thing of it is, when we went to the Hopkins County, our lie detectors, nothing like that, they took all of our phones. And then, magically, all of our phone records from 3:30 on that day have been deleted.
This is Dawn.
Interesting. Yeah, me, my wife, and her mother have all been deleted from 3:30 on. So they had your phones that day then? Yes, sir. But I thought it was 5:30.
Now this is Dawn, Summer's dad, and he was having an interview, like an audio phone interview with Chris McDonough. Okay, which I had gone over that before with you guys, and he's sober. Okay, and it's still hard to understand him sometimes, but he's sober from what I can tell, and he's talking about that day. This is his thing, in the way that he talks about that scenario.
But the strange thing of it is, when we went to the Hopkins County, our lie detectors, nothing like that, they took all of our phones.
So that is, I don't know why they added that little piece of Dawn talking there, but I just don't understand her situation. And here's the thing, even if she did have something to do with this, okay, and she's covering it up, wouldn't you think that you would be, okay, this is probably a hard question to answer for anybody, but if you did something wrong like this and you're trying to hide it, would you or would you not want to be as clear-headed as you possibly can to hide what you're trying to hide? I mean, in my mind, it seems to me like this woman doesn't care about anything, whether she's guilty or not guilty or whatever she's done or not done. It's just like, it's whatever. Here I am. I'm going to stay drunk because I'm a drunk, you know, and whether I get caught or not, it's almost like she doesn't care. Yeah, I know. And that's really sick, isn't it, Happy? That's his daughter, and had no clue when her fucking birthday was. Blows my damn mind. Completely blows my mind. But the other clip, like I said, I don't know why that one didn't come up. Like I said, it ended up corrupted. So it blows my mind. I'll say that over and over again because it does. I'm trying to find another version of that one clip I was going to show you guys this morning because that's really all I was going to have you guys listen to, and we were going to go on and talk about something different. But I can't get an uncorrupted version of it. It's irritating as hell. I have another one that I had already downloaded from quite a while ago. Let's see. I do not believe for one moment that the phones were taken the day Summer came up missing and then back same day I called bullshit. Oh, absolutely not. No way in hell, Flower. No. A lot of digging into the phone until ladder tracing and a bunch of technical stuff. I don't know about that, but those phones, I don't think they've ever given them back. And Candace had a phone that she kept. I think it was kind of like a burner phone that she didn't turn in until, I want to say I think it was 2 months after Summer went missing. She deleted a bunch of shit from the first one, which she's so stupid to not to realize that these people do this for a living. Anything you've deleted, they can find. Okay, so I know that they have all this information, and it shows how stupid these people are, and it irritates the shit out of me because they shouldn't be that stupid. So yeah, I just don't get it. This Flower says this woman had a lot of mental issues, in my opinion. I agree. I think she also had some developmental delays, 100%, and drug use and drinking. No, absolutely no. Again, going back to what my theory is on her, I think she has the mentality of a 15-year-old child. Personally, that's me. Okay, and maybe less than in some senses. She was not, like, people had to read things to her. She doesn't know how to read right correctly. I've seen pictures of her handwriting skills. My granddaughter's right in the same line with her, and she's 6 years old. So, there's that. And then if you add alcohol and drugs, I mean, these people were doing meth. That's been proven already. So there's that. And then add alcohol to that too. What do you have? I mean, it's no wonder, that CPS was already following this family. And again, they were going to be there the day after Summer went missing. So they don't care. They don't deserve children, and they don't care. That's what I think. And I'm going to stay with that. And I still will stick to the theory that I have until the day that it's proven wrong, which I don't think it's going to be. I think when this finally happens to come out and everything is brought to the surface, that's exactly what's going to have been what it is. And then they'll probably try to use that she was mentally retarded and didn't know what she was doing as her defense in their case. And that'll piss me off because that's bullshit. And I'm really, really seriously just highly irritated with this person. More her than him, because you have kids, okay? They live with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what having children are about. You were raised by your mother, so so I just don't get it. I can't. I'm going to say that again and again because I cannot wrap my mind around this whole scenario. I can't. Flower says, I think her and the father had burner phones, and I think she still has a burner phone. I'm sure she does have a new one now. A lot of information stuff in there that she hasn't released. I think they had multiple girls due to the drug dealing. Oh yeah, yeah. Not even for that reason. First of all, Don is a contractor and does drywalling and framing. Okay, he has to have a phone for his or had to have a phone for his boss for the company he worked for and for his customers to get a hold of him. Okay, so there's no way he went without a phone, and there's no way because of the controlling person that he is that there's no way in hell because he was very controlling that he went and let Candace not have a phone. Okay, because as we all know, he called her like 35 times a day. They said, and because he didn't trust her, because uh, they both cheated on each other multiple times. You know, it is what it is, but it just bad relationship, serious all the way around, and so they both have to have burner phones, multiple, I would think, and or other phones that they got from maybe a service. But I would think that the TBI would have taps on those phones to listen to the conversations, which is probably why I would venture to say they went and got burner phones because I don't think you can tap those ones. Oh, exactly. That was why I came up with that scenario, Flower, because a woman that's 38 years old has no interest in a 15-year-old kid. And Hunter, okay, I don't mean to say it like this, but this is the only way I can look at it. Hunter doesn't seem like he's altogether there either. He's a typical 15-year-old, first of all, but I think he's got his own issues. He's a chubby kid, you know, he wasn't not like, you know, this chiseled, athletic looking kid. So there can't be a whole lot of something to draw her attention because I've seen women that have looked at teenage boys that are, you know, very athletic and very well built per se, and so that's a very good looking boy, things like that, in that sense, if you know what I'm trying to say. But to actually be physically attracted to a teenage boy that has the mentality of a little kid, what woman, I don't know of any women that are decent women that have an attraction to a little kid. First of all, what are you attracted to? He's not okay. Let's go with there's no money there, you know, for him to be able to take care of a woman. There's no family values because he's a child to build a family with. I can't even imagine any kind of sexual attraction because they don't have any experience, you know, and women typically like a man that can talk to them, wow them, I guess you could say, you know, open doors for them, take them to dinner, take them to movies, and just have something to talk about. What can you talk about with a 15-year-old kid? Unless you have that same mentality, which is what they did. So, you know, her being an adult legally, not mentally, she was able to go buy alcohol. They could drink together and get drunk together and smoke their little weed pens together and do, she can pretend like she's 15 years old again and have fun. And it was already proven at one point that, you know, even Allie, Hunter's mother, had seen them interacting in an inappropriate way. Candace being all over her or all over him, and she filed a report. They did nothing about it, though. From what I understand, it was because there was no proof, and it was word of mouth, and that they think, from what she had said, which I could never find that part of the interview, from what Allie said, she said that, or it wasn't Allie, it was Andrew, which is Hunter's father, said that that's what he was told, which is why Andrew went to stay with him when all this happened, because first of all, people were like going at Andrew, you know, or at Hunter, because they think he knows more than he does, or more than he says, which I agree with 100%. And then the other situation. So I don't know. I think all of them are all in a whole different level of reality than any of us are to live their lives the way that they do. So there's that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree, Flower. That's what I was saying. They don't have the ability to tap those like they should be. because of the way that they're. I'm probably wrong about what I'm going to say. I know what I'm trying to say. I can't think of the right words though. Um, there's certain things that the way they connect to the network is they cannot be traced that way, and they cannot be tapped. So that's why a lot of drug dealers and criminals, I guess per se, get these phones so that they can't be found. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Again, this is just a mess. This whole case is just, it's been bugging me from the day that it started. And again, I've told you my theory, and I don't see it any other way. There's no other option. There really isn't. If you look at it with any kind of common sense, there's no other option for it. So I don't know. Also, there was another case. I had slightly brought it up before. That happened, and it's not a missing persons case. It's just crazy. It's a murder case, actually. About this girl. Her name was. I just wanted to bring it up to you guys because I thought it was so nuts. But Heather says, I don't think she cares. She has no morals or respect, having brought the people around her children. Bingo. Thank you. Oh, right. I mean, that's a whole thing in itself. Heather says, I don't think she cares. She has no morals or respect, having brought the people around her children that she did and raising them around drugs and in absolute filth. Thank you. And that to me says that you don't, one, care about your kids, two, respect the fact that you have kids, and three, have any respect for yourself as a person, let alone a parent. Okay. So there's that. And that alone speaks volumes in regards to this case. Before Hunter even went missing, Summer even went missing. If you look at their situation that they were living in, again, going back to the fact that they have a CPS case open, why? There's what's going on there other than first of all, they lived in filth. They shared the home with cockroaches. That's not healthy. The interview that I had played for you guys from Jose, he stated as just a house guest that when he walked into the home, it was completely filthy. There's dishes everywhere, cockroaches, the children's sleeping arrangements, his sleeping arrangement, the food. There was no food in the fridge. They were never fed. I mean, and when the kids would come home from school, they'd get like $1 pizza or some chips or something like that. None of that's good. Okay. My son comes home from school. We do have the snacks, but we also have the options for him to make Hot Pockets, or if we have leftovers from the night before, there's that. You can heat some of that up, or anything, make a sandwich, anything like that. And we do that as parents, especially when your children are younger. My son can pretty much do what he wants for himself now, and he does. But at the same time, I'm still here, or his mother is, to go ahead and say, okay, do you want this or do you want that? I'll make this for you, or I'll make that for you if he doesn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So they're not bothered with this. They don't, their kids are young and they don't do this kind of thing. So Flowers says Hunter was raised in a screwed up situation as well. Look at his mother, look at the father, and he has put together for nothing. Yeah, true. Very true. Very, very true. I mean, the father's a mess. His father's a mess. The mother's a joke. And at one point in time, the mother, Allie, Hunter's mother, Candace, Summer's mother, Grandis, Candace's mother, are all fighting over this Jose guy because they thought that he was cute. Well, okay. We're in high school still. Come on. And then Andrew, Hunter's father, is a pronounced Satanist, I guess you could say. And, he's got his own set of, or lack of, for better words, morals. And he has made his outlandish live streams and so on and so forth too. So it's like, what else could be wrong with these people? There's so much wrong with it. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, if anybody disagrees with me, please tell me. I mean, if anybody in here thinks that what I'm saying is wrong about these people or this case, give me a reason and show me where I could be wrong, because I don't get it. I don't see it. And like I said, same with my theory. I don't see any other options for my theory besides that, or for any other theory, truthfully. And I would be glad to hear anybody's version of it, because I just don't see it. The system is messed. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely, Kyle. So, does anybody have any input or anything they'd like to add or say in regards to this? What is up, Miss Tina? And looks like Happy may be leaving. To all those kids and not to have custody of any. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yes, I know. Happy says to have all those kids and not have any custody of any of them tells the story. Absolutely, right there. And that goes back to what I was saying the other day. Once the first set of kids were taken, she shouldn't have been allowed to have any more. I'm sorry, but that's just me. If I was able to make laws, or make decisions based on that's definitely the way it would be. I still believe that once you lose a child, unless it's a circumstance that's, you just didn't have the financial capabilities or you were too young, I think that should be given chance to make it right. But to repeatedly have these same problems and to lose your children, no, I don't think that should be given that many chances, because it's the kids that are suffering through all of this. So as you're giving people these multiple chances, these children are suffering multiple periods of time. That doesn't. It's not fair to the kids, and that's all there is to it. And they should be number one. That's who should be thought of, and that's just not the way it works, unfortunately. Like we said, a rental age is 15, and oh, absolutely, 100%. Everybody knows that. It's very, very relevant to the whole situation, and what 15-year-old, not saying that 15-year-olds that have children don't take care of their kids, but they don't do as good of a job as a 25-year-old woman that has a little bit more life experience, that has a little bit more help, that has a little more stability, with a family going and a husband and just period, So I don't know. You know what, Happy? I said that the other day too. She may have. It's very sad to say it, but in a sense, it may be. This could be. If anything good were to come out of this whole situation, it's that Summer may have saved her brother's lives, or any future child that could have been born. Thank God. You know what I mean? The boys were taken for their safety because people were coming to the house. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm sure it was more than that. Flower, I think there was other things that were going on in the background. Like I said, the house, the living conditions, just all of it, you know.
It is a little kitty. Oh, that is so crazy cool.
Tina says, only my personal opinion, but I think that if you cannot have children and focus on your children so they could be a great product of society, you shouldn't have them. I agree. Yeah, I agree. If you don't have the time in your life or the ability mentally to have a child and raise a child to be the best it possibly can be, then don't bother doing it. That's I mean, it sounds harsh, but it's true. Absolutely true. And like, once again, the reason why we love Tina, because she tells it how it is. There's no two ways to look at it. 100%. That's it. And yeah, like I said, I heard it was the conditions in the home, and I believe there were multiple. From what I understand, there was multiple calls to CPS, whether through people in the church that did it anonymously, the school, neighbors, family, friends. It's just very, very bad living conditions. Once I saw a picture of that child when she had her head shaved, and then I listened to in the interview, the parents were asked why her head was shaved. Well, the father, because the mother, if you noticed in that interview, the mother was not allowed to speak. He did all the talking, and the reasoning behind that was, well, that Candace shaved her head, and Summer wanted her head shaved, so she tried to shave it, and then she didn't do it right. It didn't look right, so they just shaved it all off so she wouldn't feel bad about herself. What the fuck? Like, give me a break. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. You shaved your child's head because they had head lice, because all the boys had, I believe, had short hair too, and the mother had short hair. Why would a grown woman shave her head like that if there was not a problem? Okay, I'm pretty sure there was head lice floating around in there, and that's why everybody's heads was shaved. Again, neglect. I know for a fact my kids went to school with kids that ended up getting head lice. My kids never had it, thank God. I don't know how or why, but they never had it. And the boys, yes, would get their heads shaved, but little girls that got it, their hair was treated with whatever you use to treat it, and that was that. You don't shave their head. That's just laziness and neglect, is all that is. I also think, Flower, that there was definitely abuse. I think that there was implications of sexual abuse as well, unfortunately. And I think that was something that was being looked into. And another reason why it's almost like they're glad Summer's gone, and because she could have talked, and now she's not. You see, you know what I mean? And it's ignorant to say, but it's possibly true. There's so many different things that you can look at. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, guys, I was reading something. 10 months, 10 damn months. It's sad. Should never be that long. I don't know, Tina. When you going live, hon? People are asking because I'm boring, and this stream today sucks bad. I've had technical issues and everything. God, I cannot wait to get this computer running. But yeah, people want to know when you're going live, Miss Tina. Oh, it is boring. This is a horrible stream. It's one of the worst streams I've ever had. I cannot get my stuff to work. I'm sorry. I can't. I got to start using this other computer as soon as I can, and it'll be completely different. So, some cigarettes and a pot. There you go. Tina's gonna be going live, guys. She's got to have some smokes, and she needs to drink her 5 hour energy drink and wake up and shock the world. Oh, I agree, Heather. CPS definitely should have intervened long before. And I think we talked about that the other day. And the system is so screwed up right now with all of that stuff. And I think it's because a lot of people don't like to say things, they don't like to get involved. And I understand that. But in the end, as much as I don't like being in other people's business, I don't like causing trauma for other people. I would never want to do that to somebody. But, if it's something that is, say for instance, these people, I have neighbors, okay, and they have 3 kids that are young. And I see these kids outside naked or in diapers or whatever every day, playing in the mud, in the dirt. There's no parents around, and you got to kind of lead the kids back to their house all the time and keep them away from the road. You're going to do that, and you're not going to say much of anything. But if it continuously goes on, or if you see the parent come out, I've had this happen to me in the past, actually, where I had an old neighbor that had a little one that was always walking out towards the road. And I'm talking little, like diapers and just barely walking. But that child would come out the front door and would head towards the road. And me and my wife would be outside with our kids playing with them outside together. And we'd be like, oh, no, no, no. And we'd go over and grab the baby and walk the baby back over, knock on the door. Here comes the mother, look like she's half asleep for whatever reason. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. And you hand the baby off, and it's no problem. Things happen sometimes, okay? And then it happens again 3 days later. Okay. We do the same thing. We move along. Then me and my wife start talking. Then it happens again a week later. Okay. And then it happens 3 more times within a week. And then you start to notice that the kids are all outside all day long, and the mother seems to be inside sleeping or something, to where me and my wife are giving them juice boxes or popsicles or snacks because they're talking about being hungry. Because at this point, the kids that are a little bit older are playing with our kids. You never see the parent. It's always the parent's always in the house, and the children are always outside. So we, in turn, became babysitters, per se, and that was okay with that mother. That's when it becomes a problem. That's when you intervene, and we've done that. And then they have to see that for it to be, brought to their attention. And luckily, in that situation, the mother went to parenting classes and come to find out that she was basically smoking weed all day long and passing out, watching TV, and didn't want to bother with the kids. And she cleaned herself up a lot, I'll give her that much, and came to her senses and realized that this is the priority, this is my life, and this is what I need to do. And she did it, and things got 300 times better, and that was that. So Gina says the problem is that all these people, these agencies are underpaid, and we touched on that the other day too, Gina. Absolutely. Um, and it's sad, but it's true. Uh, well, CPS probably was involved, but just not at the right time, Travis. You know what I mean? And a lot of these people are working for CPS to get a paycheck. They don't have their heart in it, too. That's the other problem. Okay. And I hate to say it, but it's a fact. Yeah. And like Flowers said, Travis, that they were involved. It was just, first of all, too late. And second of all, they can only get as involved as they can get. they have to set their appointments and they have to do this and give time for that and time for this. And meanwhile, again, the kids are suffering. Nobody else is but the kids. So that's where it goes. Strike first. I really couldn't tell you. Welcome, Raiku. How you doing today? So, I mean, they act like they care. Maybe they do in their own mind, but I don't believe so. I don't think his dad even cares, truthfully. He just kind of, I mean, his dad seemed a little bit more involved. At least he made it seem like he was when he did his live streams than the mother does. Um, First of all, if that was my child, he'd have never been around those people. Second of all, um, if here's my issue. If Ali thought that Candace was being inappropriate with her son, why did she allow him to go swimming or fishing or whatever the hell she said it was to begin with after the fact? Because that scenario had happened before, and one second, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, why did she? There was no fishing poles anywhere in the vehicle, so that was known, But Allie was too lazy to get the fuck up and go look and see what was going on. She didn't want to deal with Candace, all because they were fighting over a guy that shouldn't have ever been an issue anyway, because Candace is married. So all of these things go into this whole bowl. You mix it all up, and this is what you get in the end. Maybe saying the R word is wrong to say. Where's that R word? Let me see where she said strike. What R word was said that would be the wrong word to say? I may have overlooked something that you guys are talking about. I'm trying to go back and check, see if I see it, but Jose said he lived there for 6 months before Dawn knew about it. Yeah, I don't believe that. There's no way in hell, because Dawn had to have control over everything. Dawn had to know what was going on about everything. No, I'm sorry, but no. No way on God's green earth that Dawn did not know that guy was there. Not, at least not before. I mean, Candace may have hidden it from him to an extent, but there's no way that he didn't know about it before a 6-month period of time. Oh, you mean retarded? Yeah. Yeah, that's probably not the correct word to use. Disabled, mentally handicapped, or mentally disabled. Those are the words that I try to use. I don't like the word retarded. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's fitting for certain situations. If you are mentally retarded legally, okay, that's fine, but there's another way to put it, because it sounds bad when you say it, I think. So I just don't use that word. But he was in Utah working. Yeah. And he was on the phone with her all the time. You don't think that came up once? Twice? You don't think that when he called home and talked to them that, I'm sure that according to all the info says, is that Summer was close to her father, and you don't think that she's going to say, Daddy, there's Jose did this or Jose did that. There's other boys there too. Because Josie's the only one that went with him to work in Utah, so there's no way he didn't know. I'm sorry. He may not have known right away, and from day one, he may not have known for the first week or 2 weeks, but it was longer than, it was way shorter period of time than Jose's saying 6 months. I'm sorry. There's no way that another man lived in that man's house for 6 months without him knowing, and I just don't believe that. That's why he was always in the bedroom. Yeah. Yep. I agree. Absolutely, it does. All you have to do is, a child that age, is if you tell them that they're going to get something that you know that they want, boom. I use bribery with my kids now, my grandkids. You know, if I want them to do something specific, I'll just tell them, listen, if you do this, Papa's going to go get you this. And that's how it works. We know that. My granddaughter, she knows 100%. She's here today with me and with my mother-in-law. And she knows if she's good, and I'll tell her, listen, hon, I need you to listen to me today, and when I tell you to do this, this, or that, you need to do it, and Papa will go get you a treat. Of course it works. And that's a parenting skill that we've all learned over the years, because you can't always get your way as a parent just by saying, hey, do this. It just doesn't happen that way sometimes. Unfortunately, it does not. So, where did I put my phone? See if there's anything new popping up here. Doesn't look like it. Let's see. Okay, nothing new there. Does anybody else got anything they want to add? I'm still missing something. I'm trying to go back and see where I missed it at. I don't know. I didn't see anybody say the R word, but some people use it comfortably because it is the correct term for it. It's just how you use it in context, guys. So, I mean, I understand that. And if you're using it in the correct context, it's not, going to offend people other than certain, some people you just don't say it in front of, obviously, because it can be offensive. But, I just use mentally handicapped or mentally disabled. It's the way that I like to say it. So,
Papa?
It just, 1 second, guys. Yes, dear.
Aren't we doing craft today?
After Nina gets home, yes, that's what the plan is, and Daddy comes home
I
too.
found this on the floor.
Thank you, honey. Go get Gamma.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, that was my granddaughter. She wanted to come and ask me a question, so regardless. Yeah, welcome, Miss Amy. How are you, my dear? Good to see you here. Oh, yeah. It is going, Heather. It's going. It's very hard and very painful, but it's going. Thanks for asking, though. La 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 la. Yeah, that would be my granddaughter's show. Sorry, guys. Good morning, Miss Lola. Thanks for being here. And where is Amy? I just saw her. Now I don't. Where'd she go? There she is. There she is. There she is. Hello, hello, hello. So, did everybody that just jumped in have a good St. Patty's Day yesterday? I kind of wanted to see how yours went, Miss Amy, since you live right in the middle of it. Just getting ready for a night out tonight with the girls. Uh-oh, there you go. Sounds like a well-deserved evening. Hopefully you have a great time and enjoy yourself. Oh, yes, I have keto buns. I have white bread, wheat bread. I have the Tito's, keto tortillas. We use those a lot, actually. Um, we actually have taken the keto tortilla shells and we make pizzas out of them. Um, yeah, give me a second, guys. I got to go to the potty real fast. You're celebrating tonight? Yeah, I figured. Sounds like a plan. We did a little celebration yesterday. Like I said, my wife is 100% Irish, and all of her family is. So it's a big day for them. So be right back. Bathroom time. All right, I'm back, and yes, I washed my hands before you asked me, Miss Amy. Yes, I do that. To I will meal and some bubbly. Sounds good. It was in his comment, and he said maybe saying the R word is wrong to say strike first. Comment. I was asking if that meant the R word. I understand, Flower, and I think he understands too. No worries. I'm gonna start with this now. 1 second, guys. I am so sick of fucking telemarketers. Dr. Sparkle Fart Dust, how are you? Welcome. Um, okay. Strike and flower, you guys are good then. Like I said, miscommunication is a big deal, guys, especially on here. Sometimes people don't understand it, so just making sure everybody's okay. I don't want anybody to be upset with each other, that's all. Just hanging out with my best friend. He lives in another state. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we had, as I told some this morning, we had, my wife makes really, really good, it's not really Irish food per se, but it's put in that classification, but it's the Reuben sandwiches with the rye bread, corned beef, and sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing, and Swiss cheese. She makes those. They're amazing, and everybody around loves them. So, yes, yes, Miss Amy, I do. I do. Or I try to, I should say. Yeah, a lot of people, they'll make the corned beef brisket with the cabbage and the potatoes and so on and so forth. But that's my mom typically will make that, and my wife's mother and grandmother have done that. My mother-in-law lives with me now, so that doesn't happen anymore. So I woke up at 5 a.m., jumped up and started cleaning. Why? I don't know. I do that sometimes too. Just get that energy burst, and you gotta do it, do good with it, I guess you could say. That's a big Irish meal. That is. Dago. Oh, what, the corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes, Amy, or the Reuben sandwiches? Because, like I said, corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes is typically what meal wise we've had in the past. But everybody, for this some reason this year, requested my wife make these Reuben sandwiches because they're so good, and nobody wanted the others. So I was kind of like, okay, I prefer to have the cabbage, corned beef, and potatoes myself, but you know, I'm just me. Everybody else, the kids are the ones that we try to uh, do what they want most of the time, and they're not big into the cabbage, I guess. So, so be it. Yeah, I love the corned beef. That's for sure. I don't know why. I just do. I love cabbage too. Typically, my wife will get a brisket, a peppercorn brisket, of course, and she'll put it in the roaster early in the morning, um, and shred one to two, not shred, but like cut up 1 to 2 heads of cabbage, throw it in there, um, and we put, believe this or not, it's really damn good, and it takes some of the bitterness out of the corned beef. We'll put a bit of cognac in there with it while it's roasting all day long, and a little bit of chicken broth. And halfway through, we'll throw the potatoes and we put some carrots in it too, and just let it finish out the day. And it's so damn good. Yeah, sauerkraut is cabbage, but my kids, for some reason, they think that they don't like cabbage, but they'll eat sauerkraut. And I've explained to them how sauerkraut's made. They still like that better than cabbage. I don't get it. Whatever. And they'll eat that instead. So that's why we had those. I was actually kind of pissed off because I wanted the corned beef like we usually have it, but whatever. And then of course they was drinking their beer and their stuff last night, and then a bunch of people come by, and then we had a fire, and my wife also made a pistachio pudding cake with cream cheese icing because it was green, and that got devoured. Everybody loved that, except for me, of course, because it's not in my diet. Although I did look at it and smell it, so be it. But it was a good day. It was beautiful outside, so we were outside all day long, and a bunch, like I said, all the kids came over and grandbabies, and we just had a nice family day. It was nice. Where are you planning on going tonight, Amy? Somewhere good homemade old-fashioned food right there. Yeah, oh, yes, absolutely. The best type there is, and it's so much better for you. Absolutely, always, Flower. Always. My kids are grown adults with their own families, and they still get what the hell they want before me. It's like, you know what? I mean, I have my days. My wife does for me the things that I want on very often occasions. She's very good to me. But 9 out of 10 times, the kids are like, "Mom, I want you to do this, that, and everything else," and they'll ask me, "What about you?" Well, I prefer this. Well, I don't want that, so they get what they want, and it's like, okay, whatever. 25, 26-year-old spoiled ass brats is what I call them. My daughter's the worst one. My daughter is almost 30 years old. She's 29, and she gets more than anybody. If she wants something, because we don't see her that often, that's probably why, because she's always working. But if we know she's coming, well, what do you want for dinner if you're going to come by? Well, I want this, this, and this. If we already had something completely planned out and I was excited for that, that completely changes if she's coming over. So, you know how that works. Oh, yeah. It is so much fun, Broken. I'm telling you right now. Completely changes your life. Sounds good, Amy. Mocktails, huh? Lola says, I personally think that people are sensitive to certain words or phrases on at their own convenience. Huh? I agree with that too. Totally different when they say it to themselves. No one here has ill intentions. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's how I feel sometimes. Okay, maybe say yeah, absolutely, guys. I agree. I've seen that actually, and I've made that comment that there's certain people that won't say anything, and they'll say these certain words themselves, but as soon as somebody else says it to or around them, it's a problem. That kind of irritates me, but nobody in here does that. I'm not saying anybody in here. I'm just referring to situations. So, yeah, Broken, if this is your first, congratulations. Well, congratulations, period. But if this is your first, you'll see a complete lifestyle change for you, and you'll love it too. Absolutely love it. I agree, Flower. I agree. Freedom of speech and freedom of expression have gone out the door. No one is anywhere near any. It's not okay to express yourself freely anymore. Um, and speech is no longer free. I'm sorry. It should. I mean, we should never want to say something to hurt somebody on purpose. Okay, but you should be able to voice your and express your opinion. As long as you're not hurting somebody by doing it, you should be able to. But people take things so out of context, and they take things out of context on purpose. Now, I think it's just ridiculous. It goes all the way to the schooling. Schooling is just it's just ridiculous too. I have 6 grandchildren. I have 2 grandsons and 4 granddaughters, and I only get to see 2 of them, unfortunately. But I have them all the time. They're always here. My granddaughter is the love of my life. I love my grandson too. He's a boy. You know how he is. But my granddaughter, she just turned 6, and she's all about me. Her papa this, papa that. They get tired of hearing it, they said, but I spoil her to death. I have her all the time. We're constantly together playing. Like today, she's here again. She's with Gamma, she calls her, which is my mother-in-law right now. She'll come back and forth and talk to me, but they're doing their thing outside right now. So, yes, Friday. Shit, that means today. My son starts spring break today after today, so he's going to be off for a week. That should be fun. So, at least I'll get to sleep a little bit. That'll be nice. But well, no, absolutely no rush then, Amy. No rush at all. Okay, Heather. Yeah, yeah, and I don't get it because when I was in school, spring break was set up for Easter. Okay, and I guess it's not now because Easter's not. Hell, I don't even know when Easter is this year. Actually, let's see here. Let's see. I think I might have steak tonight. Let's do it the easy way. What day is Easter on this year? April 17th. So, yeah, we have a whole month to go. I'm not looking forward to this Tuesday coming up. What's this Tuesday, Strike Burst? Oh, yeah. Okay. Tom McDonald. I've heard a little bit about him, Flower, and I've heard from him a little bit too. Yes. Oh, if you just left your 20s, then yes, you're definitely a little too young, Miss Amy, to be a nanny. I don't think I was. Let me see. My first grandchild was born when I was. Let me see. I was 41. Yeah, 41. Which that's not. It's still kind of young in my opinion, but my mother was a little off set off by it. She said she was too young to be a great grandmother, and I'm like, well, sorry. I mean, they were all legal age. I think my son was 19 or 20 when he had his first, which is the same age I was. Right. Awesome. Good stuff, Lola. My youngest son is an EMT and combat medic in the Army. He has been out of high school for 10 months, and he's far from being mental. He did something stupid on a video call. I asked him to lick the spoon. Wait, what? I'm a little lost on this one, Lola. My youngest son is an EMT and a combat medic in the Army. He has been out of high school for 10 months and he's far from being mental. Okay. He did something stupid on a video call. I asked him if he licked the spoon. Okay, then. You might have to reiterate or add a little to that one for me to completely get it. Awesome that he's, oh, gotcha. Gotcha, okay. I gotcha. That makes sense. No, sorry, Lola. I wasn't quite catching that, but that's awesome that he's an EMT and a combat medic. I love it. Is that what he plans on doing when he comes out of the military? Is going on being, with being a medic and whatnot? It's rough stuff. Military medics go through a lot more stuff too than what we do here, civilians. So definitely interesting though. But good for him, and let him know that I thank him for his service, please. Very much so. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I know you said you can't wait for Tuesday to be over with. What is that, Strike First? And if you told me once before, I apologize if I forgot, but what's going on Tuesday? Oh, wait, your surgery, right? It's your surgery coming up, correct? Sorry about that. And I'm pretty sure that's what it is. You're having the nose surgery, correct? If that's not you that's having the nasal reconstruction surgery, there's somebody else that is. I'm sorry. Sometimes I overlap people, but pretty sure it was you. And if that's it, you should have no worries. It's outpatient surgery. Both my sons had that done and healed up within days, literally. There was very little pain, very little discomfort, everything. They were in pretty good shape, so. Well, how was work today, Miss Amy? I'm assuming that you're getting home from work now, if I have the timing right, or you will be soon. I think I have it pretty close. Oh, I'm sorry, Amy. I didn't even see that up there. Okay, no problem. You have a great day. Good luck with your hair. I'm sure you don't look like Beetlejuice, but thanks for jumping in, hon. Appreciate it. He starts college in 2030. Wants to operate the heart and lung machine in the operator. Oh, wow. Awesome shit. Damn. Good for him and good for you. You got to be proud. Well, I mean, it's possible, but regardless, it's still a great thing. All right, guys. Well, like 2.5 hours we've been going. I do got to get going, do some things, and I want to go hang out with my granddaughter too. So, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. I apologize. Like I said, today was a crappy stream. No thanks to my crappy equipment, but um, hopefully soon I get that fixed. Again, this is why I'm accepting the donations, guys, from the stream down at the bottom to get this hard drive. If anybody's able to or wants to donate, I appreciate it greatly. And it'll just make it quicker for me to get this stuff together. And if not, no worries. No worries at all. But the Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo are all down there. And anything is welcome and absolutely appreciated. So besides that, guys, I do want to thank you all for being here. Miss Lola, Miss Amy, Strike First, of course. Flower, of course. Always a wonderful time. Miss Heather, Broken, thank you so much for being here. Let's see who else did I have here. Miss Debs, thank you so much, hon. I'll make sure I don't miss anybody. Dr. Sparkle Fart Dust, of course, be happy. Thank you so much, Heather. I think I did say that already. Yes, I did. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. I think that's pretty much everybody today. But all of you guys, thanks so much for being here. And I promise you guys, this morning stream is going to get so much better so soon, so very soon, and it's going to have a lot of fun. A lot of fun things for us to do with it, and it's going to be a lot more enjoyable. So, every one of you guys have a wonderful day. Again, thanks so much for being here. I love you guys to death, and hopefully I see you guys soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.